All right. What's going on, guys? Got even more news today. Even more news today. What's going on, guys? That's an AP Swatch collection. I don't know. Are they doing that? I'm not aware of that. All righty then. Ladies and gentlemen, big news today. So we got the gameplay trailer for season 3 part 2, and then we got another community update. Yet another community update. Big stuff. Big stuff indeed. Really config goated? Yeah, I saw he released a new settings video. I need to watch that actually, man. Worst lobbies today for some reason? Really? Yeah. Perfect timing. Finished yet another miserable game. Oh boy. Well, sorry about that. Sewer Reef is the first map to come out, then Wake Island. Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at the news myself yet, but we're gonna watch everything. So we'll just watch the gameplay trailer first, I guess. So here's what they released. Boom. Does this have copyrighted music? Probably does. I'm gonna mute that. Get some looks into Grand Bazaar here. Oh, I forgot they're bringing back Obliteration. I forgot about that. Obliteration. Okay. Can we? I want to see some. I want to see some Grand Bazaar game. Here we go. Well, he's dead, so that's not good. This is, dude, again, exactly how my teammates play the game. They know how to replicate this shit, bro. Here's my teammate. No smoke in the open. Nothing. No, this play's not gonna work, man. This is the main alleyway, dog. What happens? Dead. Dead, right? Here comes my other teammate. I did it right over here. No, we're going over here. Dead. That guy's right there. Look on your fucking minimap or anything. Okay? Then here comes this asshole. What's going to happen to him? Dead. These are my teammates. This is perfect. This is literally exactly identical to how it plays. I mean, the trailer team, I don't know if they're trolling. I don't know if they know what they're doing, but they're replicating exactly how my Battlefield teammates play the game. It's identical. So shout out to the trailer team. They continue to just kill it on all fronts. I mean, it is truly impressive. He's got the EOD bot arm. You see that? The EOD bot arm melee thing. Okay, here's the center alley. Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa. Like, is this red dot different? Is my like brain weird, or is this different? This looks clean. This red dot site looks so clean. Look at that. This guy has a rangefinder on an L115 playing Grand Bazaar. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Dude, we're gonna get the PP19. We're gonna get the PP19. And if you look at it, look, it has the magazine and it has a suppressor on it. That's all I'm saying. We see the big mag and we see the suppressor. That's all I'm pointing out. It could be massive farm. Better have 80 rounds. I need 80. I need 180 rounds, Reeve. All right, so that's the gameplay trailer. Good for the trailer team. Hold on, what's this bundle? Special delivery. They crack me up, man. They fucking crack me up. All right. Community update, Battlefield 6. 2026 roadmap updates and season 4. Little Caesars collab. Shit, that shit was tough, Reef. That was tough. Havarium and Nevicon, thank you guys for the 40 months and 2 months, respectively. I feel like the PP19 is going to be dog shit. You know, I don't think it's going to be meta like the PP19 was in 2042. I don't think they're going to allow it. Okay. All right, Season 4 Naval Warfare returns with Suru Reef and Wake Island. Why are we bringing back Wake Island instead of Paracel Storm or Hammerhead? I don't know. Nobody knows why they're bringing back Wake Island instead of those maps. 2026 roadmap updates. Proximity chat, server browser, platoons, existing map improvements, multiplayer ranked. Multiplayer ranked, huh? So they're going to tell us about that. Cairo Bazaar. Woke Island. Am I right? Am I right, guys? I don't know. We shared our Battlefield 2026 roadmap outlining several of the features, improvements, and content updates planned for the rest of the year. Today we're sharing progress on several community-requested features. A first look at how Season 4 expands Battlefield 6 with the naval warfare. With the arrival of naval warfare. With my fucking 2nd grade reading level. And more visibility into where development is headed beyond the next season. This blog also serves as a recap for our recent Discord live Q&A. If you missed the Discord Q&A, I have a video recapping the Q&A. Where is it? Where even is it? It's right here. If you missed the Q&A recap, watch this YouTube video. Also, subscribe to the 2nd channel. I unboxed Unobtainium on it. Okay. Season 4 Naval Warfare returns. Okay, yes, we already knew this. Suru Reef and Wake Island arrived during the season. Players will take flight across coastal combat spaces built for battlefield action at scale. These maps are designed to bring naval combat into core experience. And of course, we have the screenshot here with the Hainan Resort Hotel. I mean, obviously, that's what it is, right? I mean, come on. Suru Reef is built for scale larger than Galmud Railway. Set across a wide oceanfront combat space, this map brings together island terrain, beach assaults, open water, areas designed for infantry pressure. Players can expect a mix of vehicle combat on foot engagements with room for boats, aircraft, armor, and squads pushing. We're also targeting to test Suru Reef in Battlefield Labs this month, giving players an early opportunity to experience the map and share feedback ahead of Season 4 launch in July. Does anyone else have trouble pronouncing Suru Reef? I feel like I really have to enunciate Suru Reef. I can't just go Suru. Like, it doesn't work. The T is silent. Uwu Reef. All right. Wake Island returns later in Season 4, reimagined for Battlefield 6. As one of Battlefield's most recognizable locations, Wake Island carries a long history for the franchise, but it's not good. That's the part you're leaving out. Yes, Wake Island has been a long-standing Battlefield map, but it's not good, though. That's my point. Carrier-based headquarters help frame the fight from both sides of the island, while additional changes to the combat experience. All right. 2026 roadmap updates. Interesting that they're doing this. Alongside our Season 4 content, we're continuing to make progress on features and improvements outlined in the Battlefield 6 2026 roadmap. Several of these updates are tied directly to recurring community requests, including better ways to find and stay in matches, new social features, competitive improvements, and continued map updates. Can I just say, just for 1 second before we go into this, when are we going to stop normalizing essential features being added later? Like, this stuff should already be in the game. There should already be proxy chat. There should already be server browsers. There should already be platoons. There should already be multiplayer ranked. Okay? Treating essential features as content needs to end in 2026. When are we going to get a Battlefield game that releases complete? I'll be in the fucking ground before that happens based on recent events. DK4 Code on YouTube types in all caps, "Hello, Ender. How are you this beautiful day? Are you CPU bottleneck, if I may ask? Thank you. Hopefully, Grand Begar. Gonna be great. Why we don't have server at Season 5? Wonderful. Thank you for the comment, sir. Proximity chat. Proximity chat is on track to launch late in Season 4 across Battlefield 6 as our first iteration of the feature. As with other live services, holy fuck. We'll continue to improve and involve it with players once it is in your hands. Its arrival is focused on bringing a new layer of communication and tension into the Battlefield sandbox to create more emergent moments between squads, especially when positioning and awareness are key to how you play. So, I'm going to be honest with you, proximity chat is definitely going to be cinema. The question is, do I leave it enabled? Because the notion that Battlefield players are going to attempt to tell me what to do in the game, I can't handle that, bro. Like, I just can't handle that. There's no way I'm going to be yelled at to revive a guy that ran in the street and got direct impacted by a fucking tank shell. Like, there's just no way. True fan right there. Yeah. So, DK4 Code, to answer your question, I think this game CPU bottlenecks everybody. So the answer is yes. I think Grand Bazaar is going to be great. And why we have servers at Season 5? You're going to have to ask the developers that, man. You're going to have to ask the developers. I'm definitely going to get permabanned from, like, using proxy chat. For sure. I just know it. Like, if I have the ability to speak to my teammates around me, dude, it's going to be bad. But no, jokes aside, I might full LARP. I might play impromptu Commander, okay? I might become Commander Enders. You guys haven't seen Commander Enders yet, okay? I'm in proxy chat fucking yelling. Push up left side! Enemy forces middle of the flag! Use this hill as cover! Like, dude, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Commander Enders enters the server, and I put belt to ass. I'm smoking the left side. I need friendlies with me right now. When Commander, dude, I'm gonna whip these people into fucking shape. Okay, what do you think I'm doing in these Metafy sessions? Okay, Coach is gonna pull up. Hey, the whole player base needs to watch out. Because all of this shit where we're camping in the uncap, no. I run by a sniper camping in the uncap. I hit tab. He's 0-13. I'm going to let him know about that. Have you considered changing your playstyle, sir? Hey, sir, have you considered not using a sniper? Ramirez, get to the Burger Town. Exactly. Another message from this DK4 Code guy. Thank you. My hairline is slightly receding. Thank you for letting us know that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, server browser. Server browser will launch during Season 5. Dude, they gave us a launch month. Wait a minute. A launch date here. Server browser will launch during Season 5, giving players more choice in how they find and join Battlefield matches, as well as build communities in the game. We're focused on addressing pain points players have experienced with server browsers in previous Battlefield titles. We're planning for official servers to be easy to identify, full support progression, and remain supported by regular matchmaking so active matches can continue to be backfilled. Interesting. We're also working toward a more persistent match flow where possible, with the goal of keeping more players together across matches while still respecting individual matchmaking choices. Based. Here's the thing. Should have been in the game already. And by the way, okay, let's get something straight right now. I need to fucking full cam for this, and I need to take a drink of water before I drop this truth nuke. If they spent all this fucking time working on a server browser system in Battlefield 6, and the next game doesn't release with the same system, are you even fucking trying anymore? Like, it's not acceptable. I need to just let you know that. The next game has to release with the server browser at launch. Okay? So there we go. If they're spending this time like working on the server browser to put it in BF6, if the next game doesn't release with it, bro, I'm over it, bro. Like, I'm over it. Lock in. There is no raffle focus. There is no raffle. This is fake. Okay. Platoons are arriving during Season 5 and will focus on the foundations of forming a social group in Battlefield 6. Players will be able to create and join platoons, you motherfucker, man. Players will be able to create or join platoons up to 100 members. Okay. Easily party up with other members and represent their platoons with tags. Chat, we have to decide what the platoon clan tag is going to be for the Ender's platoon. Is it Chad or what's it going to be, man? Forehead, bald, ENDR, Crop is a good one. Crop clan? Holy shit. Yeah, I dropped the little frames there. It should be fine. I mean, I don't know. I dropped the little frames there. I'm not sure why, but should be all good now. Farm? NASA? NASA. Platoons will also support different joint settings with leadership tools to help manage membership. Players who play together with their platoon will also be able to earn more XP. Existing map improvements. Later in Season 5, we're rolling out improvements to Blackwell Fields and New Sub X City. These updates are part of our improvements to the live service of Battlefield. Nice. Multiplayer Ranked. Multiplayer Ranked is progressing along following the launch of Ranked Battle Royale in Season 3. We're continuing to evaluate the right time to bring competitive play to multiplayer during a future season, with the goal of making sure it launches when the experience is ready. Durag? You guys think Durag? I don't know. Pyro Bazaar, yes, we know this map arrives in June 9th. And then this is the full Discord Q&A. I already made a video going over this. If you missed the Discord Q&A recap, watch this video, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, donate your life savings. There it is. So the video I linked is this. It is this Q&A recap. Okay? And there it is. That's the news for today. Skubba gazalrai. Please don't play the game now, mister. What the hell, man? Gotta open Steam to actually play the game. We need an Ender's community server right now. What would you guys want? Just like 24/7 best maps or something?
Tie for the news.
You're welcome, Boca. Boca, I remember playing against you for the first time on Achibaba. You were stacking with your fucking Parabellum. And I headshot you with a Magnum. And you never forgot it. Yeah. Hagenthal base 24/7 hardcore. Yeah, I'm not making that, brother. Take getting killed very seriously. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I also remember your clip in BF5 of you first using the nerfed FG42. That was, yeah, that was crazy. Wait, do I have the dripped out DRS? I think I do. Holy fucking aura. Oh my god. Or what do I have? Long suppressor? Yeah. Dude, the dripped out DRS is absolutely nuts. Look at this gun, bro. Absolute aura. Oh my god. This shit is clean. That's compy right there, brother. That's fucking comp. 49ers colors. 49ers colors, right? Oh my god. How do we get this? It's in the battle pass. It's, wait, which one is it? Which one is it? The fuck? Am I blind? Oh, here, it's right here. It's in the smuggled goods section of the battle pass, bro. Stream is chugging. I'm not dropping any frame. That's YouTube. That's YouTube's fault. It's not my fault. That's YouTube's fault. I mean, I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest with you. That's just YouTube's fault. I'm not dropping any frames at all. I don't see anything. I mean, you guys are gonna have to let me know if that... God. That's probably gonna break the stream, actually. Oh, cool. I'm getting 15 less upload than I'm supposed to be. So, that's cool. I appreciate that. Why do we pay for internet when it doesn't work? Or like, why do we do that? And do you have your BF6 settings on Discord? Dude, I just run all low, bro. I have a settings video too. Watch my settings video. Who the fuck is this guy? Focus. What is he doing? Link is in the chat for what mouse I'm using, Byra. YouTube, is it okay? Like, is the stream completely fucked on YouTube or what? It's this game that buys weapon skins. I did not buy this skin. I literally have spent 0 money on this game. I would never buy a skin for Battlefield Earth. YouTube is okay now, better now. What the fuck, bro? Just 30 FPS? It's not supposed to be at 30 FPS. So it's fucked. Anders, you're moving while shooting. Please stop ruining my immersion. I'm sorry, man. Why the fuck do I have defibs? Nice netcode. I mean, like, when are we gonna fix it, you know? It's 60 now, it's fixed. Okay, but, like, is it... Okay, well, fuck it. It's fixed. Got it. I don't know. Guys, I mean, here's the thing. I just need better internet. That's the bottom line. I just need better internet. And I'm just gonna need to, yeah. So, try to figure that out. I don't know if we can, but try to figure that out. Aris Theus, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime, man. Appreciate it. Map is pissing me off. A lot of snipers in the back of the map, yeah. Yeah, like, here's the thing. We're behind people, but... it's kind of complicated. Because where is our support from the rest of the team, right? Nowhere! Non-existent! Insta-killed from 71 meters. Please stop. Please fuck off. I'm sorry, am I just missing something? Why is... Holy shit, the DRS is fucking broken. Like, what? How are you alive? No. Commander Ender's boot camp will be generational. Let's try to lead the teams to victory, you know? Thanks for the super chat, man. Tremor. Appreciate it. YouTube, everything's fine now. Stream is totally normal. Teammates are nowhere to be seen. Yeah, that's Battlefield. Map good now? I mean, they didn't do anything since launch, so it's the same map you played at launch. I've always enjoyed it on Breakthrough. It's not like my favorite map in the game, but you know, I definitely prefer it over other maps. I don't hate it. This game really has me shooting at nothing, bro. I'm straight up. Like, it's actually crazy. God, what is happening? Dude, I haven't used the defib since the rework. It looks pretty cool. It looks good. I like the defib rework. Of course. What's Focus doing? His best. Yeah. Focus is sniping, if you haven't noticed, by the way. This is rare, like, extreme... He's not streaming, is he? Very obscure Focus gameplay. Never before seen, even. Doing? Guys just... How'd you get that weapon skin? It was just like a free thing, like a free battle pass thing. How is he alive? Right, I'm having so much fucking fun on this last point while my stupid Chud team goes 3-19. Like, ugh. Looks to be an epic choke by your team. Yeah. We might get it here, but only, oh boy. God. We actually won. Dude keeps shitting a brick. Dude, I need to do something about the fucking... I need to do something about the upload speed. Like, there's no way. Whatever. Yeah, I saw you guys pinning. What's up? It's a YouTube thing. It seems to be completely random. Focus going in circles. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. Awesome. Oh. I don't use upscaling. I play at 1440p. I don't use DLSS or anything like that. You're 100 meters in your spawn with an SVDM with a bipod. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say to that. I just genuinely don't understand. I don't think Battlefield needs snipers at all. Okay, well that, I mean, what? Bro, like, they have to have snipers. Yes, I disagree. Like, yeah, snipers are annoying, but like, no, it actually does it really actually has to have snipers. Random frame drop thing just happened again on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, brother, I don't know what to do about it. I can't do anything about it. I don't have control over, you know, I don't have control. Gonna roll with it. Hopefully it doesn't happen tomorrow. Recommend a classic fragrance I could buy for my girlfriend. Something classy but introverted. Classy but introverted. I would look at Diptyque. Brand called Diptyque. I mean, do you have anything at all you can give me in terms of like notes, in terms of vibe? Do you want something clean? Do you want something rosy or like floral, laundry detergent smelling? Like, what do you want? Iknusa is beautiful, but that's a little specific. That's a little niche. You know, if you're not a frag head, Iknusa is not going to be, that's going to be a bit of a hard sell, I think. Something clean? Well, listen, the obvious suggestion is something from Chanel, in my opinion, for a woman. Chanel does feminine fragrances like no other, in my opinion. So whether it be that be Chanel number 5, which might be a little mature, depending on how old she is, or her taste. Yeah, something like Chanel Mademoiselle or Chanel Chance. Chance Otandra is one of my girlfriend's favorites. Chanel Chance Otandra, but also something like Diptyque Orpheon. Diptyque Orpheon, Diptyque Le Papier. Okay. King Throng, thanks so much for the $3.50 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Any tips on starting to stream? Talk all the time. Talk to chat. Talk to yourself. Make sure you're saying something, okay? I cannot emphasize how important that is. What do you think that is? Stream lag for me. Why do you think that is? Stream lag for me while you were talking about Iknusa? Iknusa is like, dude, it's Perfumum Roma. Like, you don't know about Perfumum Roma unless you're a fucking raghead. Like, it's... You stop sliding, you're making gunfights less readable. Yeah, it's such a stupid fucking argument. As if you can't just react and then, you know, whatever. Yeah, I mean, listen, I really don't have any qualms with Swaguli and his takes, but his takes on movement, I mean, you're just shit. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm done even trying to, like, argue the points. I'm just like, bro, like, are we acting like the slide isn't the loudest sound in the game? How was sliding making gunfights less readable? The slide audio cue is the loudest and one of the most recognizable audio cues in the entire game. They actually just increased its volume, if you remember, in a previous update. There's nothing wrong with the movement. If you have a problem with this movement, go fuck off and play another franchise. I'm so serious. Like, I don't know what is wrong. And also, let me not even go into that. The people that have a problem with this current movement system are completely missing the bigger picture here. Why do you think... Thank you, Breezy, so much for the 10 gifted. Really appreciate it. Massive support. Thank you. But, okay. Why do you think all of these other games are copying each other in terms of what mechanics are offered in the games? It's because they know if they want player-based crossover, they have to make the games similar but different, right? Similar but different. Call of Duty makes a fuckload of money with super fast movement where you can jump around and slide and do whatever, right? So what do you think Battlefield's going to do? You think EA doesn't want to make a fuckload of money? You think EA is going to suddenly make Battlefield movement system some, like, incredibly heavy, grounded, realistic milsim garbage? You think the COD players are going to want to fucking go over here and play this game? No. Because that type of movement system inherently makes the gameplay more niche. Battlefield doesn't want to be more niche. EA wants Battlefield to be less niche. So they make more money. Do you understand? This affects every single decision regarding every single design feature in the entire game. It affects the gunplay, it affects the vehicle mechanics, it affects the movement, game balance. So what do you think EA is going to fucking do? Satisfy Swaguli and other people that want the game to, oh, wait, we need to return to real Battlefield. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. Not to mention the fact that Battlefield has had jumpy movement for 20 years. For 20 fucking years. I've been jumping around on Battlefield maps since BF fucking 3, bro. What is that, 16 years ago? I was jumping around on No Shark canals when I was 16 or something. How old was I? No. 12. So I don't know what they're talking about, bro. So they talk about these legacy things and returning Battlefield to what it should be and the pace of the game. It's like, bro, what? I've been jumping off the walls since BF fucking 3. And of course their argument would be like, oh, well, BF3 is where the franchise took a wrong turn. Yeah, okay, bro. The most popular game fucking in the franchise's history, the game that really put Battlefield on the map, which is BF3, is where they took the wrong turn. I don't know, dude. I just don't get it. I don't see what the end goal is for, like, some of these people, because what do you realistically think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're just suddenly going to turn Battlefield into something more niche to make fucking less money? Think they're just gonna gut the movement system and turn it into something that, by the way, it never fucking has been in the history of the franchise? They're not gonna remove jumping. They're not gonna fucking nerf the shit out of sliding. They might remove sliding in a game, but they might add air strafing back. They might make crouch spamming more prevalent, like it was in BF4. They're gonna do something to the movement system because Battlefield's always had jumpy, faster movement. Always had that. Like, I don't know what people. What do you fucking want? And you know what? I'll just end this with this. War Dogs is coming out. Fuck off to War Dogs. All these BF2 players, 1942 players, you know, dudes that want games that came out 20 years ago that don't understand they're irrelevant to the conversation. Dude, War Dogs is coming out. Go play War Dogs. Go play War Dogs. Like all this bullshit about authenticity and believability. Fuck off. This, dude, people will say shit like this and then in the same thought be like, Randazooks are awesome. They cherry pick what they want to be believable. They cherry pick what they want to be authentic. It's such a bullshit way of looking at things. Dude, and honestly, I genuinely believe that if you're looking at Battlefield in terms of authenticity and believability, you're looking at the entire franchise wrong from the get-go. Your whole perspective is wrong from the get-go. Never in my life have I looked at Battlefield as a game that has to respect some sort of arbitrary, you know, fake, impossible to define believability and authenticity line. I have never cared about that. I have never in my life cared about that. You don't get players complaining about emergent movement mechanics in Rocket League, even from trash cans, because they expect it from the game's tone. Battlefield players do not. That's their fucking fault. That's their fault. It's literally their fault. Like I've said, Battlefield has had fucking jumpy, weird movement for literally over 20 years. It's the player's fault for not figuring out these mechanics. I don't care, bro. And he starts listing things like, oh, ADS stabilization jump, various movement exploits. Guess what? Crouch spamming wasn't a fucking bug. Air strafing wasn't a bug in BF4. Sliding in BF5. Mid-air leaning in BF5. Jumping around in Battlefield 3. Using fucking crouching and movement in Battlefield 3. The strafing being as fast as it is. Dolphin diving in BF2. Like, bro, it is actually their fault for not expecting these mechanics in a Battlefield game. It is their fault. I'm so tired of this fucking bullshit. Oh, we don't expect this shit from a Battlefield game. Yeah, well, you're not a Battlefield player. How about that? I'm going there. You aren't a Battlefield player. I'm going there, bro. If you don't expect a certain type of movement from the Battlefield franchise, you're not a Battlefield player. Neither are you, you're a COD player. Yeah. The COD player who streamed Battlefield for 8 years every single day. The COD player who hasn't played a COD game regularly since fucking Xbox 360. Yeah. I'm a COD player, bro. For sure. I'm such a COD player. I've dedicated my whole life to covering Battlefield, and I've played Battlefield almost daily for the better part of 15 years. Sorry, just had to say it. Yeah, great. 24-hour time. It's just a fucking joke, bro. You're ignoring massive swath of players that do care and will just straight up not play the game as a result. Fuck them. Why do we care about why? Why do we care about these people? Why do we care about these people? You can continue to attack the caricature of a 0.5 KD player crouch walking to bolster your position, but you can't define a well-reasoned upper limit for movement mechanics because you don't have a standard. This guy fucking retarded? Like, I need to talk to Swaguli. Is this guy fucking serious? I 1 million fucking % have outlined a well-reasoned upper limit for movement about 1 million times in videos. 1 million times. Using previous games as a literal physical example of it that you can just go play. You can literally feel what I want. You can go download a game and feel. You don't even have to listen to my argument. You can just go download a game and just play it and then feel the limit. Yeah, dude. My whole thing is he keeps mentioning authentic tone, believability, authentic tone. You are looking at the franchise from the wrong perspective from the beginning, which skews your entire outlook of everything. And then oh my god, the slippery slope fucking bullshit too. The slippery slope fallacy garbage. What then will be keeping DICE from adding wall running, double jumps, or even phasing through walls? It's just such a slippery slope argument, bro. It's so fucking stupid. Nobody's at. I'm done. Nope. I'm just, it's such a stupid argument. It's such a stupid argument. Oh my god. What will stop them from adding wall running? I don't know, bro. It's a Battlefield game? And that limit for movement literally exists within the franchise itself? They aren't gonna add wall running, bro. And if they do, it'll be in a game like Battlefield 2243, where it would be believable and authentic within the game's setting for there to be equipment available for wall running. Right? Because maybe in 2243, we have fucking mech suits and Titanfall shit. And you know what I mean? They're not going to add wall running to a game based in 2027 like Battlefield 6. Or even a game based in 2050. If Battlefield had followed the path of BF2, would have died out by BF3. Ding, ding, ding! Holy shit! I need to give this guy, like, a kiss or something. What's your name? Janix. Duh! Yes! Finally, somebody understands. Bro, if they just continued releasing BF2, we wouldn't even be playing BF6 because the franchise would have died. It would have died. Forgetting BFBC2 is crazy. BFBC2 is not a relevant game to the conversation of the mechanics of a Battlefield game. You couldn't run diagonally in BFBC2. Do you understand this? You could not hit WD or WA on your keyboard. You could not run diagonally. From a mechanical perspective, regarding the conversation of Battlefield, BFBC2 is completely and entirely irrelevant. That game is so outdated, it aged like milk in terms of movement. If we're talking about movement, completely irrelevant to the conversation. We are how many years in the future now? That game is nowhere near the discussion. You can't even run diagonally. I mean, we are so far away from that. It's so outdated. It is aged like milk. You run in a straight line. Like this is not how games are nowadays. This isn't real. Games like BFBC2 are not real anymore. Literally last good Battlefield game, and many agree. I don't give a fuck about who agrees about what. The reality of the situation is, it wasn't the last good Battlefield game. That's just factual, okay? BF4. Fucking... dude, I'll even throw BF1 in. Like, what? Dude, what are you talking about? You're telling me that BF3 and BF4 are not good Battlefield titles. Like, I just can't even fucking believe what I'm hearing. Correct. You're a retard, and it's okay, but, like, don't argue with me, because you're fucking stupid, and you don't understand the scope of the argument. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't get it. Like, yeah, BC2 was a good game. Dude, it aged like shit. People actually don't want Battlefield to be like old games. They actually want to be 20 years younger again. Oh, love Firestorm. I love it. This map is such a fucking disgraceful piece of fucking garbage. I can't believe they waste their time, effort, money on making this. I just actually can't believe it. It is such a disgustingly horrible map. Always has been, always will be. What's up, Flying Dutchman? It's fucking useless, stupid. It's with these stupid teammates. It makes it so hard to play the game, bro. Makes it so hard to play the game. Brutally difficult to play the game, and just no one shoots anything. Fucking unbelievable. Excited to play Naval Warfare? I mean, like, why? I don't know. Not really. We'll see how the vehicle... Okay, when you say Naval Warfare, what you're really saying is, are you excited to play in vehicles? Because that's what Naval Warfare maps are. So, my excitement is down to how good the vehicle gameplay is with the naval vehicles, right? So we will see. Because nobody in the right mind is playing a Naval Warfare map as infantry. And if they are, they're not playing the game right, to be honest with you. So... No, I'm not. Nuclear time. Dude, you want to know the... I just had this thought. You want to know the real problem with Battlefield sometimes? And why players are so confused as to, like, what this franchise even is? It doesn't... It, like, always pussies out when it comes to, like, really committing to... No, hold on. Let me rephrase this. It's an arcadey game, right? The gameplay... But they always fucking yap on about immersion and all this shit. So they're using confusing messaging. They always yap on about immersion and fucking destruction and all this shit, right? Grounded, authenticity, right? Whatever. And then the gameplay, they don't represent the gameplay how they fucking really need to. They never have. Like, there's so many confusing things going on. Yeah, they're like sharing hardcore modes, which you shouldn't even be able to play hardcore, by the way. That shouldn't be officially supported in any fucking regard. Because guess what? Battlefield is not a hardcore game. It's not. It's not a game where, you know, ARs one-shot you in the head. And another thing that creates so much confusion is how different every Battlefield game is from one another. Like BF3 to BF5, or BF1 to BF5, or even 2042 to BF6. Just vastly different games. Completely different in terms of experience, mechanics, all sorts of stuff. It just creates so many different individual camps and like schools of thought as to what a Battlefield game is supposed to be that nobody ever fucking agrees on anything ever. So it just, but I don't even know how you avoid that, to be honest. I think that's just completely unavoidable and inevitable. Steve, why are you not mod, man? What is going on? Is this a visual glitch? I would say BF1 to BF5 transition was rough. They're completely different games. Totally different. I mean, gunplay and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the transition is very... BF3 to BF4, that was natural. Do you know what I mean? Like, BF3, you play that game, then you play BF4, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, this feels like BF3, but new and, like, different in some ways. But it was still a natural transition. But when you're trying to do BF1 is way different, but 10 times better than BF5. BF1 is one of the worst Battlefield games ever made. BF5 is way better because BF5 has better gameplay. BF5 has way better gameplay. BF1 was peak if you have like 5 brain cells. BF1 was one of the worst, one of literally the worst Battlefield games ever made in terms of like actual gameplay. It looks pretty. That's about it. That's it. It looks pretty. It sounds good. That's it. Gameplay wise, mechanics, horrible. One of the worst Battlefield games ever made. Like, BF1 is great if you never pay attention to it while you're playing it. if you pay attention to what's happening to you in BF1 and you really understand the mechanics and how everything's set up and how everything works, and you really figure it out, you will immediately become black belt on that game. I promise you. Games like BF4 satisfied everyone so well because all the limits of what you could do were just so well tailored. Like, you could play BF4 with the same level of casualness that you can play BF1, but you could also like try hard in BF4, but it wasn't like crazy insane. Like, the skill ceiling was so well tailored, the skill gap was so well tailored, the mechanics, the way everything was set up, it just made so much sense. It made so much sense. Whereas I feel like Battlefield 1, that game caters to like one player and only one player. If you're, it doesn't satisfy as many groups of people. BF1 was good for, yeah, just like getting ripped and then immersing yourself, but as a serious FPS, terrible. Yeah, and that's what matters. That's what matters. It's easy to make a game look good and sound pretty. That's easy. The gameplay mechanics are what people love. And that is proven by BF4 surviving for as long as it has. Entire communities created around each individual vehicle in Battlefield 4 because of the gameplay depth provided in that game. You cannot say the same for many titles post BF4 because they made the gameplay worse. They made the gameplay more shallow, less enjoyable, less depth, lower skill ceiling, right? But it was also a different time for games. Like, people were just, I don't know, people were more willing to just play games, I feel like. Nowadays, I just feel like, I mean, you got people complaining about, like, it was just a different time for games. Just more willing, not even more willing to put in the time. It was like, people just accepted the game for what it was more. I think BF1 is the lower skill ceiling than BF6 for infantry. 100%. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. BF1 has no infantry skill gap. BF1 is a pure positioning game. That's it. There's no movement at all. There's almost zero mechanical outplay. It is a game that is devoid of mechanics. BF6 having slide jumping and like crouch spamming means that it's a more mechanically demanding game, at a baseline compared to BF1. Even those two simple mechanics make the game way more difficult. And, like, they just give it that much more depth. And, I mean, I'll never forgive Call of Duty, by the way, for, like, popularizing SBMM at, like, a mainstream level. Because everyone wants to be protected by an algorithm. And, like, that's what they beg for. Literally. That's what they want. Everyone begs to be protected by some fucking algorithm. You know, oh, I shouldn't have to play against so-and-so because I'm a father of 87 children and I work 68 jobs. And it's like, oh my fucking god. Like, first-person shooters as a genre. This is a blanket statement about first-person shooters. First-person shooter games, no matter what type it is, you need mechanical depth to some variety, to some extent, rather. You need the game to have mechanics that form some sort of depth. You can't just fucking remove a bunch of this stuff and then expect an FPS game to play okay. It's not going to play okay. If you destroy the mechanics of the game, if you limit skill gap, if you fucking make everything super easy, it will play like shit. And that's what we're seeing in BF6. That's what we're seeing in BF6. The gunplay is too easy. It's too easy to hit people with weapons. The muzzle velocities are too high. Sniping is too easy, okay? You make everything too easy, you destroy the depth and the skill gap and all this stuff, bro. Like, everyone beaming everyone super easy is just... It doesn't work. It does not work. You have to understand that hardcore players are not the core player base. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. BF4 didn't care when they released that. Neither did BF5. Neither did 2042. Like, dude. People have played BF4 every fucking day of their lives for the better part of a decade. Casual and sweaty alike. Because it satisfies everyone because of the gameplay. The MO is easy to pick up, hard to master. That's the MO for Battlefield. That's the approach that should be taken. You can boot the game up. The mechanics are easily understood, right? You can just pick up and play. But for the people that want something more, you can easily offer more with just very simple mechanics and just set up how they work within a certain limit, right? And Swaguli says, oh, you can't define a limit. Yes, you fucking can. It's obvious you can define a limit. Look at previous Battlefield games. Just look at previous Battlefield games. There's a clear limit where if you look at something and you go, oh, obviously that's ridiculous. Like, if air strafing in BF4 allowed you to cover 10 feet of distance horizontally, obviously that's ridiculous. So what did they do? Made sure that air strafing in BF4 only moved your player model within a certain parameter. You know what I mean? You can only air strafe this far to the left and then back over to the right. So you tune that. You tune the mechanics to form the limit of the mechanics in the game. Same with BF6. Okay, let's say Swaguli says, oh, sliding makes gunfights unpredictable or something. So what did DICE do? They added an audible sound cue to sliding that sounds like this, by the way. They added this so that you can pick up on that sound cue and understand, oh, I heard a sound cue, there's someone sliding near me, or because, let's say I'm behind a corner, You hear that slide noise just behind a corner, expect a guy to fly around the corner. They literally build things into the gameplay to form cues for you to pick up on. Limits of, like, the mechanics and counters and all this shit, right? They limit the distance of the slide, right? They limit the speed of the slide. This is how you tune these things. So, him trying to argue there's no fucking limit, that you can't place a hard limit, is just bullshit. Because obviously you can. Obviously the developers know there's a limit. That's why they design these mechanics the way they do. But it has to be decided within the game. So the limit for BF5 is different from the skill ceiling limit in BF4, is different from the skill ceiling limit in BF6, is different from, like, the mechanical skill ceiling limit of BF1. You have to balance these games as individual entities based on how everything is set up. Okay? There isn't a hard universal limit for the Battlefield franchise. Each game has to be made on an individual basis. And things have to be considered based on individual things and considerations and all that sort of stuff. And dude, I'll stop the yap session with this. People always say, like, oh, but Battlefield is a casual shooter. But listen, I'm just gonna say it like this. First-person shooters are never casual. If you are playing a multiplayer FPS game, it is inherently competitive to some level, no matter how hard you try to force it to be casual. It will always be a PvP game. It will always be inherently competitive to some degree. And that's the bottom fucking line. It is a PvP game. Okay? I'm actually done playing this game. I'm shooting people that are fucking invisible. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, listen, release the visibility update. Actually, though, like June 9th, dude, please, like, release the fucking visibility update. I'm actually so done with this. Like, I need it to be released yesterday. June 9th cannot come soon enough. It's such a stupid problem this game has had for so long. I am so happy to actually know and see that they're going to try to address the visibility in some way, shape, or form soon. I cannot wait for June 9th. Don't miss that stream. 4 more days. 4 more days. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a good rest of your day, okay?